Om Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sadasmera Vaktram Kripapurna Netram Stiram Deenamitram Janapriti Patram Suvijnata Shastram Kashayapta Vastram Dayananda Rupam Madacharya Mide. First shloka. जटाटवी गलज्जल प्रवाह पावित स्थले गलेवलम्ब्य लम्बितां भुजङ्गतुङ्गमालिकां डमड्डमड्डमड्डमन्निनादवड्डमर्वयं चकार चण्डताण्डवं तनोतु नः शिव शिवम्. So I think I have given you the meaning of this shloka, and I hope you all have noted down the meaning. Do you have any doubts in this? Do you have any doubt?
The first stanza meaning ஆயிடுதுன்னு
That's what I'm asking. Do you have any doubt? Shall I go to the next shloka? Shall I go to the next
You can proceed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Tunga na mattum. Tunga tunga. What is it?
Bhujanga tunga malikava.
Tunga.
Tunga means thick and dense.
Thank you.
Why people are joining with two IDs? I don't know. So many IDs for Balaji. What is this? It's weaving a rhythmic, reverberating dhamat dhamat nada, and who has a snake hanging around his neck as mala, and who has a forest-like thick matted hair from which water is oozing and flowing down and purifying the place in which he is dancing. This is the first shloka. Second shloka. जटाकटाह संभ्रमभ्रमन्निलिम्प निर्जरी विलोलवीचि वल्लरी विराजमानमूर्धनि भगद्भगद्भगज्ज्वलल्ललाटपट्टपावके किशोरचन्द्रशेखरे प्रतिक्षणं मम. I'll give you the meaning, and then at the end of it I will teach you the shloka. Did we see this second also?
We did not.
No, ma'am. No.
ಇವನು ತಿನ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ತಿನ್ನಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ. ಹಶು ಅಂತ ಈ ಸೈಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ ತಿಂದೆ.
Pratikshanam means every moment, every second. Pratikshanam, mama. Mama pratikshanam, every moment of mine. Ratihi. Ratihi means it's delightful, it's enjoyable, it's pleasurable. Bhavati. Bhavati is not there, we have to supply that word there. Every moment of mine is enjoyable and delightful and pleasurable for me. So every moment, in the sense, every moment he thinks of that Tandava of Shiva. Every moment he remembers and visualizes Shiva dancing with his Jatamudi, the Ganga flowing, and whatever he is going to describe hereafter. So Ratif Pratikshanam Mama has to be supplied in every stanza. It is not there in every stanza. We have to supply it in every stanza. Okay, just remember that. We will just be seeing the meaning of the verses, and every line is describing Shiva. This is how Shiva, the Shiva who is like this, Shiva who is like this Shiva, that Shiva is, I remember that Shiva, and every moment I remember him, I feel delightful. I revel in his Tandava, I revel in his form. That is the meaning of, the whole shloka. That is that he revels in Shiva's form. So this delight is not a physical thing. So it's not a kaikam sukham. It is manasa sukham. It is the sukha which he derives by visualizing Shiva it's a divine spiritual experience, we can say. Something very spiritual. It's very stirring his atma, I can't say soul. It's a lot of bhakti, a lot of involvement is there in the way he describes. He says, every moment I find delight in your Murdhani. The second line we have, Jatakataha Sambramabba Manli Nimpanirjiri Vilolavi Chivalari Virajamana Murdhi. So Murdha means head. Okay? So every moment I find delight in your head. I find delight in seeing your head. So this Murdha is described. Why he finds so much delight in seeing this. So Jatakataha means the matted hair, which is like a Jata is matted hair. Kataha means a pot or a well. Okay, you should visualize a huge pot and a huge well. This matted hair, it is like this, no? Yeah. So in that, it is like a well. In that well, like Jata, it is moving. It's like a cauldron, okay? It is like that. And in this head, which is a matted hair, which is like a pot or a well, Nirjari. Nirjari means river. Nilimpa Nirjari means river goddess. Goddess river. Who is the goddess river here? Of course, naturally Ganga. By the way, yesterday was the day when Ganga came down to earth, the Saptami. It's also Vidyaranya's Janmadevas. And yesterday is the day. Ganga Avatarana Divas. So in this well, there is Sambrama. Sambrama is rolling. Sambrama is rolling. The head is also rolling, while he is dancing, his head is moving. And within that well-like head, there is Jata, there is Ganga. Because you remember the story of Bhagiratha. Bhagiratha, how he brought down Ganga and Shiva had to hold Ganga on his Jata. So Ganga is there, only a little portion is coming out. The rest of the Ganga is still there in Shiva's Jata. So when Shiva is moving and dancing, the water also within that Jata is moving. It's rolling. There is a wave. It's going. The wave is there. And Ganga is also Brahman. The head is Sambrahman. And within that Jata, Ganga is Brahman. She is also moving and spinning and rotating. So Sambrahma Brahman. Sambramam, Brahman. Okay, excitedly spinning and revolving within the pot-like, well-like Jata, which is also moving as Shiva is dancing. She is excited. She is also excited. Actually, when Shiva is dancing, Ganga is also excited. So Jata Kataha Sambrama Brahman Nilimpa Nirjari. Sambrama Brahman. Okay, Sambrama Brahman. That is how we have to say. Anyway, we won't get too much into this. It's very difficult to get the meaning. We can only get a general meaning of the shloka. There's a lot of words we have to supply here and there because it's in a poetic way. We may have to supply a lot of words in between. So Vilola Vichi Vallari Virajamana Murdani. Vilola means again it's rolling and waving. What is roll? Already we saw that the water is moving and in a like a wave within the jata, and the jata also his head is also moving. And what is the other one? Vilola is also rolling and waving. What is this waving? It's Vallari, his hair, his hair, which is like a creeper. Vallari means creeper, but he has a loose strands of hair, jata. That jata is also waving. It's rolling and waving. So nice. And vichi, like a ripple, like a wave it is going. Okay, Vilola vichi. Rolling and waving like a creeper. His hair is moving like that. He has loose strands of jata. And it is Viraja Murda. Because of this, it's and also because okay, the because is given later, and this Murda is shining. Viraja Murda. And why it is shining? How is it shining? That is given in the other line. Dagad 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 okay. Meanwhile, we have to say this. So he says, in this Shiva's head, my mind finds enjoyment. My mind revels in his shining head. And the shining head is that which is like a well, like a pot, and has Ganga within, and both are moving. So the head is moving and Ganga is also moving along with the head. And this head, he says, is Virajamana. Virajamana means shine. How is this head shining and why and how is it shining? That we'll see later. So Ravana says his mind revels every moment in the shining jata of Shiva. And also in his Lalata, Lalata has the meaning of forehead, Ladata, forehead, and also this brow between the eyebrows, where the third eye is there. So his forehead, Jwalati, is blazing. And Lalata Patta means the flat surface of the forehead. The flat surface of the Lalata Patta. Patta means Pattaya. Patta. Flat surface of the forehead, Jwalati, is blazing. Why? Because there is fire, Pavaka. Pavaka is there. And while burning, it is making the sound dagad, 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 dagad. When it burns, there is a sound. Fire makes sound. Lalata patta pavake. In his forehead, my mind revels. The forehead which is burning, which is blazing with the sound dagad, dagad, dagad. In that forehead, my mind revels. So this fire, this is which reflects on the water, which is trickling or oozing from his jata. All that we have to understand. Okay. Otherwise, simply a hair will not shine. Shiny hair in advertisements they will give, but this shine is different. He's selling Viraja means really bright and shiny, glowing. The hair is glowing. Jata mudi will not glow. Jata is thick, if the jata is glowing, it is only because already the jata is wet. Okay, wet because Ganga is there, and also because this fire, the jwala is there, Agni jwala. Pavaka is there, and this Pavaka is dagad dagad, it is burning, and that fire, the reflection you can see on water. And because the jata has water, when the water is reflecting this Agni, it looks as though the jata is also shining. So the jata is shining. So as he dances, the water inside the jata moves. The oozing water also has made the jata wet. And on this wet water, the fire reflects and then it shines. So the jata is shining. So on this forehead, on his head, which is like this, shining, my mind rebels. So he has Agni there and he has Ganga there, water and fire, contrast it is there. And what else he has? On the top of his head, he has Kishora Chandra. Kishora means crescent moon. In Tamil, we say Ilam Pirai, the tender young moon. Young, literally not young, because moon doesn't have youth and childhood and vridha. All that is not there. Kishora means the young, growing moon. Growing and waxing and waning, both. Crescent moon. So he has Kishora Chandra, Chandrasekhara. Okay. And in that Shiva, who has Kishora Chandra, my mind rebels. Pratif pratikshanam mama. Every moment of my mind, every moment of mine, find pleasures in Shiva, in the shining head of Shiva, in the burning forehead of Shiva, in the crown of his head, which has the crescent moon. And the moon on Shiva's head, it symbolizes Kala. Kala means time. And Kala is Agni. Kala Agni, we say, right? Kala is fire. What is the nature of fire? The nature of the fire is to devour everything. It devours everything. Time devours everything. And hence, just like Agni, anything you put in Agni just burns it, devours it. Hence, time is called Kala Agni. Even though Kala has the ability to devour everything, then there is one who is bigger than Kala. That is Shiva. Shiva devours Kala. Means time. Hence it's called Kala Agni Kalaha. The one who devours Kala. Okay. Kalatiyam. Okay, I should not say in Tamil. Kala Agni Kalaha. He is an Agni. He is the Agni who devours the Kala Agni itself. Because Shiva is timeless. Shiva is one who is not subject to time. The third eye is Jnana Agni. The Jnana, Atma Jnana. Atma Jnana, once you have the knowledge of your own self. So why are you subject to Kala Agni? The one who is subject to Kala Agni is the one who identifies himself with the body, mind, sense complex. This is the body, mind and senses are subject to time. But the Atma, the Swarupa, is never subject to time. So anyone who sees himself as a limited human being, as a limited jiva who is subject to time, he is the one who feels devoured by Kala. Kalan vandutam, they say, no? The Kala comes only to the one who is ignorant of the self. The one who knows his self, Kala has no worth there. So this third eye represents Jnanagni. Jnanagni sarva karmani bhasmasat kurute. Bhagavad Gita. Yatha edhamsi. Edhamsi means wood. Just like the wood is devoured by Agni and it becomes bhasma. Bhasmasat kurute. Bhasmasat kurute means it reduces to ashes. Just like the fire reduces the wood to ashes, similarly the Jnanagni, the fire of knowledge, sarva karmani bhasmasat kurute. Jnanagni sarva karmani bhasmasat kurute. Arjuna, hey Arjuna, Jnana, fire, is like a fire which devours, which burns into ashes all your papa punya. So if papa punya is gone, what will happen? Means kartritvam is gone, the individuality is gone. Individuality is that when you see yourself as separate from Ishvara, then you are identified with the body, you are identified with the nature of the mind, you are identified with everything. Then there is guilt, regret, shame, ahankara, damba, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, matsarya. All these are to the mind. It is to the individual, jiva, who sees himself as separate from Ishvara. So to that person only Kalagni has a role to play. Kalagni is very busy because most of us are identified with the body, mind, sense organs. We are all subject to Maya Shakti. So to the one who is subject to Maya, the one who is ignorant of the self, that person is eaten by, devoured by Kala, Kalagni. So that person alone, there is Janma, Marana, continuity is there. So this Jnanagni is what the third eye is. So generally when somebody is explaining something, either a joke and you don't get the joke, okay, and everybody is laughing and you don't. Then after, maybe after 5 minutes or after maybe half an hour or maybe even after 2 days, depending on how bright we are, then suddenly you see, you get it. So it's not that you saw something with your eyes. Something opens inside, isn't it? Just, yeah, I see. That is jnana, that is the third eye. for a small example, okay, that's not literally the third eye, but generally the third eye is with reference to Atma Jnana. But you don't need naked eyes to see yourself. That is what third eye is. Third eye is not to burn everything to ashes. Third eye burns only the kartritva. The individuality is burnt. It's gone. That is what this third eye is, and that jnanam is what is described in four vakyas in 4 Vedas. Prajnanam Brahma, Ayamatma Brahma, Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi. So each Mahavakya from each Veda, it doesn't mean there are only 4 Mahavakyas. There are many Mahavakyas, but these are the major Mahavakyas which are very popularly quoted. So that is Shiva's Netrikat, third eye. And it is Jwalat, Pattapavaka. His Lalata has fire. Not the whole forehead is not on fire. We have to understand that he is referring to the third eye. Dhagad 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 jwalalla lata patta pavaki. The patta pottukarudhu they will say in Tamil, if you know patta, that vibhuti also we say patta. The patta means the forehead. Patta pottukarudhu, patta pavaka. Okay. So nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram. The pavaka also has the word meaning of purifier. Agni is a purifier. Surya Bhagavan is Agni, Surya also is a purifier. When there is a lot of sunlight, the sunlight has the ability to purify everything. If there is any moisture, if there is any smell, anything, if you have sunlight coming into that place, then the place is clean and, like in those days they used to have this sunlight coming in. They will have a small piece of glass on the roof. It could be a bathroom or toilet or even your kitchen. So where there is sunlight, these insects will not get collected. And that is the best way to keep the place disinfected also. Yeah, really, Surya Bhagavan has the ability to keep everything clean. So sunlight is also Agni and it's a Pavaka, and Agni is real, a purifier. He purifies everything. Doesn't mean we have to jump into the fire too. Not like that purifying. Agni has his own role in making things clean, and especially in Vaidika karma, many Vaidika karmas are connected with Agni only. Many prayers and many rituals. This that's why we say, no, where there is Agni, there is all the devatas are also present, and they bless us. So they have this Agnihotra was done every day. Three types of fires were there in every house, and even the Agni which we take for cooking it's a ritual Agni only. With that Agni only you have to light the wood. In those days when there was no gas or um, microwave and other electrical gadgets, they were using wood. So this wood, it's not like you take a light and simply use a matchstick and light the stove. It was not like that. The fire also is taken with a prayerful attitude. And the kitchen was also a sacred place. And cooking itself was a ritual. It was very sacred. So that is how it was. So Agni has a very important role. Even in Vastu, they'll say Agni Mulai and all that. Anyway. So if jnana is going to burn away papa and punya means, generally our understanding is we need a lot of punyam. We have to earn a lot of punyam. And if punya also is burned away, then what will happen? Generally people think papa alone is binding, papa is painful. But punya also is painful in the sense, in order to exhaust punyam, you have to be born again. And again Garbhavasa is there. And again you are born, again you have to go through old age and disease, and again death, and again be born. So even though the in-between time may be a very comfortable and pleasurable period, but it won't be totally comfortable and nice, because we have Sanchita Karma also. So in Sanchita Karma we'll have a lot of Papa already stored. So that Papa will come. Even though you have a lot of punyam, that Papa will also manifest. So it is not, it's not possible to have 100% punyam. Papa will always be there, and we will be doing Papa knowingly or unknowingly, because we are all subject to ajnana. So that will happen. So punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani, jatare shayanam will happen. So punya is also bandha, not only Papa, punya also binds you. Punya, as long as punya is there, individuality also is there. So kartrutvam is there. That is why you want to earn punyam. So this Atmajnana is Agni which will burn that Papa Punyam also. Along with Papa Punyam is also burned. Means the Katrutva is dissolves. So as long as you see yourself as a limited individual, Kala will devote. Kalagni will always eat you up. Once you know that you are not subject to time and space, that Jnanagni devotes Kalagni. Pavaka is the purifier. And this Kishora Chandra also represents Kala. Moon also represents Kala, because it also grows and it keeps changing. Kala means movement, Kala means everything keeps changing. With time everything changes, we say, no? Time itself, Kala itself means change. So the crescent moons waxing and waning represents change. And there is new moon and full moon. This new moon and full moon is like high tide and low tide in life, Of course, in ocean also there is high tide and low tide. But even in our life, there is a time when we are in the peak, and there is a time when we are in the low. So there is a change in life. Along with time, change takes place. A lot of changes are there. Even birth is full moon, we can say. The full moon is like birth, and then change, then death, which is new moon. Then again you grow. You grow again, and then full moon, and then again grow, and again new moon. So in between also there is a change between full moon and new moon. That is between death and birth and death. There is so much change. You are always a karta and you are always a bhokta. Karta, bhokta are there. So this change is constant. And Paramarthika is changeless. Atma, your own self, the Atma, is changes. Change, you are that. But as long as I do not know the truth, then Kalagni divorce. जटाकटाः सम्भ्रमभ्रमन्निलिम्पनिर्जरीविलोलवीचिवल्लरि वीरायमानमूर्धनि ललाटपट्टपावके किशोरचन्द्रशेखरे रतिः प्रतिक्षणं मम. I'll teach you at the end of third shloka. धराधरेन्द्रनन्दिनी विलासबन्धुबन्धुरस्फुरद्दिगन्तसन्तति प्रमोदमानमानसे कृपाकटाक्ष घोरणी निरुद्धदुर्धरापदि क्वचिद्दिगम्बरे मनो विनोदमेतु वस्तुनि. This is third shloka. Nandini means daughter. Dharadharendra Nandini. Whose daughter? Indra's daughter. Okay, the daughter of Indra. Indra, the word means Lord. Indra means Lord. Here it does not refer to Indra of Devaloka. The word Indra means Lord. That is meaning of the word. If you want to say Lord, it means Indra. That is why Indra of Devaloka is called Devendra. We just don't say, call him as, in all movies you must have seen, no? Is the audio clear now?
Yes, it's clear now.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. Did you get the meaning of the word? Did you get the meaning? So Indra means Lord, and that's why we specifically call him as Devendra. He is the Lord of the Devas. So we have this Many words like Dharmendra, Gajendra, and Bhupendra. All this means Bhupendra means the lord of Bhumi, Dharmendra means the lord of Dharma, Gajendra means lord of elephants. So Indra means lord. So daughter of Indra, that is daughter of the Lord. She is the daughter of the Lord, and he is the lord of what? Dharadhara. Dharadhara means mountain. Dharadharendra. So he is the lord of the mountain. Her father is the lord of the mountain. That is what we have to understand. She is the daughter of the lord of the mountain, means she is Parvata Rajakumari. So she is Parvati. And this Parvati is Bandhura. Bandhura means one who is very beautiful and lovely and charming. And she is the Bandhu. See, Bandhura is there. Bandhu means one who is bonded, connected, or one who is associated with. Here we have to take the meaning of one who is the consort of Shiva. So the daughter of Parvata Raja, who is lovely, beautiful, charming, is his Bandhu, is his partner. Partner in what? Vilasa. Vilasa means in a pastime, in amusement, in a sport, or in a play. Here we have to take it as the Tandava is almost like a play for him. Okay, he's doing Srishti, Sthiti, and Laya. It is his divine sport. Maybe he's just referring to the regular Tandava, or he's referring to the whole sport, his sport, Shiva's sport of doing Srishti, Sthiti, and Laya. So in the first shloka, he mentioned Ganga. Now in the second shloka, he is mentioning Parvati. So Parvati is Maya Shakti. She's Shakti. With this Shakti, Shiva does Srishti, Sthiti, and Laya. And he does it like a sport, like a play. Anayasena, effortlessly. And Shiva and Parvati are together in this dance. And that is why we call them as Ardhanarishwara. Even Vishnu is in Yoga Nidra, on Adisesha. Vishnu is also Srishti Sthiti Laya Karta. In Vaishnava, if you say Bhagavan is the one who does the Srishti Sthiti and Laya. In Shaiva, for them Shiva is the one who is the Srishti Karta, Sthiti Karta, and Laya Karta. And he does everything. And if you look at Shakta, people who worship Devi, for them also Devi is everything. Devi, Shri Mata. She is the one who is the who created the whole Jagat. Jagat Janani we call her. So Vishnu also is always in Ananta Shayana. He's so relaxed, he's lying down. And he has a smile. It's not that he's smiling in his sleep. He's relaxing. The smile shows that he's doing everything very effortlessly. He's not touched by whatever is happening in the Srishti. He's untouched. It's Nisangaha. Similarly here also Shiva. Shiva, even though he's doing a very tearful, forceful dance and doing so many things like Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, won't he be tired? No. He is also doing it effortlessly. And while he is dancing, along with Parvati, Spurat Diganta Santati Pramodamana Manas. It is about forceful dance, I told you. And as they are dancing, all the directions are trembling. Trembling is not in a dangerous way, but it's vibrant. It is vibrating, and there is it's rebounding, and it's full of life. That's what we have to say. Spurati means trembling and shaking, and Diganta means the end of horizon. Horizon is the distance up to which you can see. Up to which you can see is called horizon. So as far as my eyes can see, basically I can't see the whole universe. You know? I can't say when Shiva and Parvati are dancing, the whole universe is shaking and trembling and full of life, because I don't see the whole universe. Whatever extent I see, Ravana sees or I see, I can see that the whole world is shaking. The world is up to what I know, what I understand, and what I see. Spurati Diganta. And Santati. Santati means uninterrupted, or which is continuous. It's intense and uninterrupted and continuous. The dance is continuous without any break. They are dancing. That's why Santati is called offspring. Offspring is called Santati. Why we call an offspring as Santati or Santana Santati? We say because not breaking that parampara is following. The whole family vriddhi is there. The vriddhi, the growth of that family is there. That is why we call a child a santana or santati. So Spuraddiganta Santati. The whole world is shaking and trembling. The whole world is full of energy. The Shakti, the energy that you see in this world is nothing but the manifestation of the Shakti of Shiva and Parvati. So you have to connect it with the Dhamarvayam. So that Dhamaru, constant dissolution. So it is happening again and again and again and again. The Dhamaru also represents time. The moon also represents time only. And the third eye is the one that devours Kala, devours time. And Ganga represents the flow, the continuous flow of Srishti Sthiti Laya. So one Srishti Sthiti and then Laya, and again the manifestation and the unmanifestation of the world. That's all. The world manifests and the world unmanifests. That's why we don't use the word creation, because creation means it was not there and suddenly it comes into being and suddenly it is destroyed. So it means it was not there. That's why we use the word manifestation. Manifestation means it is in a potential form and then it manifests, it comes out, like how it is in a seed, how the tree is in a seed. From the seed, it is the tree is in a potential form in the seed. We can't say the tree does not exist. The tree exists in the seed, in a potential. Then it manifests. So that's how Srishti is. It manifests and then it sustains and then it goes back. This Parvati is the Maya Shakti. She is the Upadana Karanam and Shiva is the Nimitta Karanam. Upadana, Nimitta, Upadana Karanam, those who have studied Vedanta, of course, you must be knowing it. For others, I will explain it later. We will have another class for that. So Shiva and Parvati are as Ardhanari, or the Nimitta and Upadana Karanam. Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam. They are one and the same. Nimitta Karana means intelligent cause and Upadana Karana means material cause. So for Srishti, you need intelligence and also material. So that is why we call Ishvara as Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karana, means the intelligent cause and the material cause are from the same source. They are not two different sources. And as Shiva dances with Parvati, it is the energy which is manifest in the Srishti. Hence, Purat Diganta, the entire horizon is shaking and trembling, not as destruction, but as a life-giving force. And this life-giving is, the Srishti Sthiti Laya is continuous. Santati means uninterrupted and continuous. Or you can take it as the dance is a continuous dance, which is without any break, they are continuously dancing. Whichever way you say it is, because the dance is there, the dance represents Srishti Sthiti Laya. It is without a break. And since the dance is without a break, the Srishti Sthiti Laya is also without a break. It is continuous. It's Srishti Sthiti Laya is a Pravaha Nityatvam. We have to say it is not Nitya. It doesn't have Nityatvam. But at some point, it pauses. Okay, there is a pause and then it starts again. And Pramodamana Manase, the dance is done with ecstasy, with a mind which is always rejoicing, which is always ananda. He is never tired. So when Shiva dances along with Parvati with his mind in ecstasy, the entire horizon is shaking continuously. That is the meaning of this sentence. Then, Kripa Kataksha Ghorani Niruddha Durdharapadi. Apada means misfortune. Okay. Durdhara means that dur means difficult. Durdhara means dharati means to hold. Okay. Durdhara means that which is difficult to hold, that which is difficult to bear, or difficult to manage, or difficult to live with. That is called durdhara. So a misfortune which is very difficult to bear or difficult to manage for us, for a jiva, what happens? It is the difficulty is restrained or stopped, niruddha. Shiva is the one who is capable of putting an end to it, stopping it, those difficulties. How? With his kataksha. Kataksha means side glance. And a side glance which is filled with compassion. Kripa kataksha. So Shiva, like we saw this in Kanakadhara also. Bhagavan need not open his eyes fully and see. Just a side glance is enough. That's why Tirupati Balaji also has this nama, only the corner of the eyes. Kataksha, side glance. They say even that side glance is enough to bless you with abundance. This Kripa Kataksha, and the Kripa Kataksha also is uninterrupted. Dhorani. Dhorani means an uninterrupted side glance of Shiva is capable of stopping all the misfortune, all the difficulties, calamities, or whatever. At the time when life is filled with difficulties and we find it extremely difficult and painful to bear it, or when we are in a situation it is difficult for us to manage, when there is misfortune, his uninterrupted, compassionate side glance is capable of restraining it, stopping it, putting an end to all our dukkha. Kripa Kataksha Dhorani Niruddha Durdharapadi. Kvachit Digambare Mano Vinodametu Vastini. Digambara means the one who has the dik, the space as his robes. Ambara means Shuklambaradara we say. Ambara means one who is wearing a robe. So Shiva is so huge, huge not in the physical sense. It's all pervasive. For an all pervasive Bhagavan, what can be the robe? Only Akasha can be his robe. Digambara. It is to say that he is limitless. He is not bound by time. He is all pervasive. Digambara, the word means that. Generally, Digambara means they think it is naked. Because wearing a robe means face doesn't cover anything, So that's why they say Digambarama Variya, which means you are not wearing anything. You are naked. It is a derived meaning. Okay. Digambare. In Shiva, the one who wears face as his robe, in him my mind revels. Okay. Digambare. And Kvachit means sometimes. Sometimes. So does the mind always meditate on this Shiva? No, that doesn't happen, because people have a lot of priorities, many other priorities, where sometimes Bhagavan becomes secondary. So sometimes my mind, Vinodameti, my mind seeks pleasure, my mind seeks happiness, my mind embraces this beautiful form of Shiva, who is the Vastu. Vastu means the truth, one who is the reality of everything. He is the truth of everything. The truth of everything means, what is the truth of waves? The truth of waves is water. What is the truth of golden ornaments? The truth of all the jewelry and the ornaments is gold. What is the truth of a clay pot? The truth of the pot is clay. So that is what we call as truth in Upanishad. So this Vastu, that it is also referred to as Vastu. Okay, Brahman is also referred to as Vastu in the Upanishads. So my mind revels in the one who is the truth of everything. sometimes. Because many times, later on he says, many times the mind wanders away. It has lot of priorities. That is what this. So in this Shiva, or there is another meaning which says, sometimes Shiva wants to be very sportive. But I don't know. I am not able to take that meaning here. Because Ravana is talking about himself, his bhakti, his expression. And we have to see the context. When we see of course there are many people who have given meanings to it. We can interpret in many ways. This stotra is not very simple. I thought it would be easy, but it needs a lot of, even the words, the grammar, not the grammar, even the words are, most of the words are really very new. And you have to continuously try to find meanings, and every word has lot of meanings. If you take dhara, it has different meaning. If you take niruddha, it has many meanings. So like this, every word has a lot of meanings, and we have to take a meaning which is contextually fitting into this Tandava. Tandava is the context here, and Shiva Taandava. We have to apply the meaning according to the context. We saw the context, the story is there, right? Where Shiva, where Ravana is stuck under the Kailasha for almost 1,000 years. And Shiva is pressing down the mountain with his toe, and the fellow is stuck there. Then I don't know, he must have cried and screamed and yelled and everything he would have done. And finally he surrendered. Then he said, okay, I will surrender to Shiva only. Instead of screaming and shouting, I will surrender to Shiva. Then his mind revels in Shiva. So when you surrender, your mind revels. Till that time, your mind is diverted in many other things. You are angry. Oh, I'm such a powerful person. How dare this happens to me? All those questions arise. But once the mind becomes calm and you really understand that your powers are, however powerful you may be, you are a limited being. How much ever boons you may have, you may be very smart in asking boons, but still Bhagavan knows, he always gives it with loopholes. And even if you think there are no loopholes, he will find a loophole. And so all the power, all the influence, the physical strength, mental strength, the boons which make you strong, all this comes to an end at some point. You are not invincible. As long as I identify myself with the body, mind, sense complex, I am always subject to Kala. Always I come to an end. The body comes to an end. All the powers come to an end. Shiva makes you humble. So this is about Shiva Taandava. Now we'll see the chanting of the second shloka.